It has been 30 years since the last time I stood on a stage and did stand-up.
Whoa.
Raised 5 children. They turned out good. I used to be good at this. I'm not sure I am anymore, but I used to be. Made people laugh, and not just by describing my dick. Though that did work. Reliably. I know we all hope I won't get there tonight, but in a pinch, I'm not proud. Or scared. I'm not scared of much except scientists. This is funnier if you know it's true. Scientists once did a study to figure out why people fear murderers. Truth is, if you need to murder one person, you can do it yourself. You guys have good energy. You need to kill 1 million people. For that, you need a scientist. But even scientists don't compare to business criminals. In 1980, the murder rate in Los Angeles was 36 people per 100,000 per year. Last year, it was 9. You didn't know there was going to be math tonight, but the murder rate in 1980 was 4 times higher than it is today. In the 1920s, a man named Thomas Midgley put chlorofluorocarbons, CFCs, into hairspray, spray cans, refrigerators, useful chemical that moves fluid at high pressures. CFCs were useful, but they also destroyed ozone. And over the course of time, they blew a hole in the ozone layer that, had it continued, would literally have destroyed all life on Earth. Destroyed the plant life first, and after the plant life went, you would have gone. In the 1970s, we stopped using CFCs, missed destroying all complex life on Earth by that much. You'd have stopped at that point, called it a career. Almost destroyed all life on Earth. Don't you think you've done enough? But Thomas Midgley went on to put lead in gasoline. They marketed it as ethyl gasoline, because even back then they knew that lead was very bad for you. Their own workers, when exposed to lead, died. But it made gasoline engines run a little better. So for 100 years, from 1921 to 2021, the oil industry pumped lead into the atmosphere. And breathing lead, makes children stupid and aggressive. Lead in the blood of children peaked in 1973, when I was 10 years old. 4 or 5 years ago, up in San Luis Obispo, I had had a few drinks. I was relaxed, maybe not paying enough attention, walked around a corner and bumped into a young lady and knocked her back a few feet. She didn't fall down. I apologized. Her boyfriend stepped forward, skinny kid, 22-ish, and raised his hand. I'm like, does he know me? Is he waving at me? Hi, Fat Sam. And while I was wondering, he slapped the living hell out of me. I hit him twice in the stomach and he fell down. I felt disrespected. I am an old man, an aggressive man, who grew up in a time where I was sucking down lead in huge quantities. And the murder rate when I was 17 years old was 4 times higher than it is today. About 1 million people died worldwide every year from lead in gasoline. Over 100 million people between 1921 and 2021, when Afghanistan stopped serving leaded gasoline. Young people resent old people. That's normal. We own everything. Old people resent young people because you're beautiful and you have time. This is give yourself some credit. This is normal. This is the whole history of the human race up until quite recently. Until us. Until your generation and mine. You are not going to grow up to be us. You grew up without lead in your blood, and you're saner than we are. And that's a very good thing. I'm going to close with 2 comments. Lots of lousy performers have been successful. But there has never been a successful performer who didn't get up in front of an audience at some point. The pain of bombing fades over time. You can trust me on this point. But the pain of having been afraid to go never does. Peace and love, babies. Fly away and avoid the radar.